This is part 4 of our series, King Leopold's Ghost. Do watch the previous parts for the full story. We also post the full-length videos on our YouTube channel. King Leopold II had his private army, the Force Publique, in place. His initial focus was on plundering the Congo for ivory, but in the 1890s, a global boom changed everything and turned the Congo from a place of brutal exploitation into a full-blown Holocaust. The invention of the inflatable rubber tire for bicycles and automobiles created a ravenous, seemingly infinite demand for rubber. And the rainforests of Leopold's personal kingdom were teeming with wild rubber vines. For the king, it was as if he had been given a license to print money. And this money would be paid for in blood. He immediately abandoned his promise of free trade. He declared that all vacant land, which in his eyes meant all land that wasn't a person's immediate hut and garden, was now the property of the state. And since he was the state, it all belonged to him. The forests, the rivers, the rubber vines. The Congolese people who had lived on and used this land for centuries were now officially trespassers. Their only purpose was to serve their new king by collecting his rubber. The system he created was diabolical in its simplicity. Leopold's agents in the Congo set impossible rubber quotas for each village. To ensure these quotas were met, the Force Publique would storm a village and commit an act of unimaginable cruelty. They would seize the women and children. These hostages were herded into guarded stockades, where they were starved and brutalized, held as collateral until the men of the village returned with the required amount of rubber. Day after day, the men were forced deep into the dangerous rainforests to find the rubber vines. They would have to climb high into the trees, slash the vines with knives, and then lather their own bodies with the sticky, caustic latex to carry it back, as they were given no buckets or containers. The work was grueling, painful, and relentless. They had no time to hunt, no time to farm their own food. Starvation became rampant across the land. This was not just forced labor, it was a perfectly designed system of terror. Every man knew that if he did not bring back enough rubber, his wife and children would pay the ultimate price. But as brutal as this system of hostage-taking was, Leopold's officers needed a way to prove that their soldiers were enforcing the quotas, not wasting their expensive ammunition. And the solution they devised would become the single most infamous symbol of the Congo's suffering. To learn about the horrific currency of terror that would define this genocide, follow for Part 5 and subscribe to History and Beyond.